Good evening to everybody. Today is Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. We're here for a town board meeting, and as we start out, could we all please rise for the pledge? Laura Jen Smith, would you mind leading us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Laura. Okay. We're going to open up today. We have, do we have any communications or correspondence from Mr. Wooten?
Okay. Well,
Oh, we're a little out of order here. Hang on one second.
okay.
We have the invocation. Councilman Rothwell?
Why, thank you, Supervisor. We are honored this evening to be in the presence of the Reverend Janet Wright, our Interfaith Minister. So if you would kindly come forward to lead us in our invocation, please.
She came to do it twice today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Supervisor, board members, and members of the community of Riverhead, which we love. This evening, we will be giving a proclamation to honor poetry and Poetry Street. Poetry gives us a different way of communication with beautiful words, rhymes, and phrases, and we are grateful. We will be working on an important comprehensive plan that will affect all of us, and we and the board and the town will need to work together, for we are much stronger together. The high school students this evening will be celebrating at their senior prom, and we hope they will have a happy and will return home after a beautiful evening and memories. At this time, I would ask that we all take a moment to just let all the worries and concerns and problems of the day just pass away and maybe shake it off, as someone famous has said. Please be in an attitude of prayer. O God of many names, be with the town supervisor, the town board members, as well as the community to work on the comprehensive plan together with one goal, the best for Riverhead community. We are stronger together. Let us speak with civility to each other, speak in words of truth and justice and from the heart. Guide us as we discuss all the issues raised in the plan, and grant us the freedom to ask the hard questions so we all will understand what is being asked of us. And we ask that you bless this meeting and all who are attending, and we ask in your many names and forms. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Wright.
Thank you.
Let's see here, we're a little out of order. All right, Jim, do we have any correspondence?
We do. Actually, the first probably 2.5 pages of your agenda today. We received 49 letters, all related in one way or another to the comprehensive plan update or the DGEIS or the Agri-Tourism, which is part of that discussion. They're all in their entire, and some came in late, although the cutoff was June the 10th, but some came after that, but we included them as well. And they are all on the website, and you can certainly read them verbatim. But there was 49 received, which was a pretty outstanding. Under reports, we have a tax receiver report for the total tax collection as of June the 5th, $168,650,000. The tax receiver report as of June the 12th was $173,083,545.75. We received the May monthly reports from the Riverhead Building Department at $155,000 with 25 cents. And the tax receiver, their May utility payment report was $291,247.81. And the town clerk's May monthly report was $13,059.23, and that includes all of our reports.
Thank you, Jim. Okay, we have a proclamation for tonight, and it's regarding a program called Poetry Street, which has been going on for 10 years now in the town of Riverhead. And we'd like to call up the people from Poetry Street, and we have a proclamation we would like to present to you. And town board, you can come down.
That's you guys, not me.
Come on up in here and turn and face the camera. We have Bobby Brown. We have Chip Leopoldine
Maggie Bloomfield.
and Maggie Bloomfield. Okay. We are honoring Poetry Street's 10-year anniversary, and it seems like yesterday that you started this. And I know you've been around various places in the town of Riverhead. Says, whereas Poetry Street was founded in 2014 as a collaboration of two poets, Susan Grathwell Dingle and Robert Bubby Brown, as a public art project for the East End Arts Jumpstart Program, in partnership with Nancy Koros, owner of the Blue Duck Baker Cafe. Poetry Street, the room without a roof, was designed to foster diversity through art in the community, encouraging participants to come together and safely share their stories and views through writing and poetry. Whereas today, Poetry Street has a national platform where every voice is heard. Poetry Street is an open mic with featured poets, meeting the last Saturday of every month. Poetry Street's new director, Chip Williford, has been leading Poetry Street forward with assistant director and co-host Maggie Bloomfield, along with the growing number of poets who simply admire and appreciate prose and poetry. Excuse me. Now let it be known that Poetry Street has brought together talent from all walks of life and experiences through creating a venue of openness and inclusivity. The town of Riverhead supports and encourages the environment and atmosphere that Poetry Street has been delivering to our citizens for over 10 years. Now therefore I, Timothy C. Hubbard, Supervisor of the town of Riverhead, together with the entire town board, hereby congratulate the members of Poetry Street for continuing to enhance the lives of others to the betterment of our community, as well as the arts in our town, and urge all citizens to sustain public awareness of these vital members of our community. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And actually, I have flyers for the board.
Perfect. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Is there anything you guys would like to say?
Well, I would like to thank Mr. Wooten for setting this up for us and for inviting us here tonight. And I hope that everybody here will come on the 29th when we will have poetry and cake. It's just an honor to be part of this organization. We do our best to promote poetry and diversity in the community, and we hope to continue for 10 more years.
Well, we hope it's longer than that, but we thank you very much for what you've done for the past 10 years. And on the 29th, I just want to mention to everybody out there, this is at the Riverhead Library.
Riverhead Library.
And it is at
2 to 4.
2 to 4, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., Saturday, June 29th at the Riverhead Library. So come on down if you're interested in poetry. These guys are pros at it. They've been doing it for pros, no pun intended. They've been at it for a long time, and it's a pretty good event. So I suggest you come down and participate, or just sit and listen.
And it's also on Zoom.
Yes,
Right, it's
what
a
is it, July?
hybrid. It's on
June
Zoom.
29th.
Yeah, Zoom.
Okay,
Well, thank you so much.
awesome. Well, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have me a cake.
Thank you. Okay, I have a couple announcements just to make. Tomorrow is Juneteenth, and the notification that Town Hall is closed tomorrow. It's been an adopted holiday that the town has put into contracts, so we will be closed tomorrow. We will reopen again Thursday at 8:30 in the morning. And I also want to take a moment to thank everybody for all the letters and correspondence that came in. The majority of it obviously concerning the comprehensive plan, but it was just nice to see that so many people took time and took an interest in it and sent their concerns to us, so we appreciate that. Okay, we are going to move on to our first public hearing. We had two public hearings scheduled for tonight, but we had to cancel the one regarding the Riverhead Charter School portables. They have changed attorneys, and they requested a change in the date so their new attorney could kind of get up to date with the case. So the only public hearing on for tonight is the public hearing, local law amending Chapter 221. And with that, I would ask Eric Howard to speak on the public hearing on the town's behalf.
Thank you. All right, this is a relatively straightforward amendment. Chapter 221 of the Town Code establishes the committees that make recommendations for use of CPF funds collected through the Peconic Bay tax. And this, currently we have the Farmland Preservation Committee and the Open Space Committee. This establishes a subcommittee that would focus solely on water quality projects and pollution prevention projects.
Okay. Do we have anybody from the public who would like to come up and comment on tonight's public hearing? I see nobody in the audience. Do we have anybody online? Nobody online? Okay, thank you. Okay, well, at this point in time, we will close the public hearing, keep it open for written notice until June 28th at 4 p.m. Okay, that concludes all of our public hearings from tonight. Now we're going to move on to open comments.
Well, you do have a CDA one tonight. There's nothing really going on.
Oh, we have this. I don't have any of this on here.
We can do that at the end. There's no resolutions on, so
Okay,
we can just,
up to you.
yeah. that's-
Okay, all right. Then we're going to open it up to comments on tonight's resolutions. Any comments at all on tonight's resolutions? We have nobody in the audience for comments? We have a quiet audience tonight. We have nobody online. Where is everybody tonight? Okay,
The beach.
all right, then we're going to move right on to our resolutions.
Okay, we'll call Resolution 563.
Ratifies authorization for designated alcohol service vendors to serve alcohol at the 2024 Live on 25 Streets Festival. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Motion is adopted. Resolution 564.
Rejects bids for residential solid waste collection and disposal service and authorizes the town clerk to publish and post notice to bidders for rebid for residential solid waste collection and disposal service. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution so adopted. Resolution 565.
Ratifies award for bid for street light and traffic signal repair parts. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 566.
Approves Affordable Cesspool Sewer and Drain Service, Inc. as a drain layer for the Riverhead Sewer District. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 567.
Appoints a seasonal recreation
hang on,
leader
hang
to
on.
the Recreation Department. So
Hang
moved.
on, hang on. We just adopted 570.
I think something's.
Yeah, there's something messed up.
Yeah, the numbers.
These are all not,
I think,
None of them are numbered.
I think the other board members may have the old packet, I'm just not sure.
none of these are numbered.
They're not numbered.
Mine aren't numbered, but they're coinciding with the.
Yeah, with the resolution list.
Mine are definitely out of order.
Okay. So I think,
This whole town board's out of order. Right?
Don't publish that out. You
these
either
came from
Tim-
online, right, recently? Okay, so I think maybe the incorrect version is posted online, we have to just double check that. So, can I see your cover? Sure. Maybe we want to just take a 5-minute recess and we'll figure this out and come back?
These have all been put aside.
Yeah, let me go find out.
Yeah, these aren't numbered. This is-
It's incorrect.
All right, we can, mine are in order coinciding, so I'll share with you.
Okay,
Mine is
Yeah,
too.
okay,
So we'll
Okay.
just
I think I'm
continue
right.
on that way.
all right.
Jim, you're just gonna have to read the number when you
Okay.
read it like you've been doing?
So far,
I've been reading the number, but
Yeah.
my numbers don't
Sewer.
coincide with what you're reading.
Why don't you share with Ken?
We don't have numbers at all, so.
In
I'm
I
by
have
the number
numbers,
up in
but
the
they're out.
corner.
What, you want to share with Ken and I'll share with
Okay,
Joanne?
that's
And that's 5.
Ken, I think, has it.
I
gonna be
Vanessa-
nice?
Vanessa changed it to a
No.
950 because
It's
of,
it's the top portion. The resolutions are not numbered.
well, she kept,
These are numbered.
because we had one added, but then we're getting on FIS.
No, we didn't do that one yet. Where is,
We're at 567,
we're 567, correct?
points of seasonal recreation.
Yeah, that's 567.
Did we do
I read
565 on a?
I read 565. No, I read 566.
66.
We didn't do
Approve the affordable
565,
assessment.
did we?
Jim, what's the last one we did?
566.
Well, what was it?
All right, so let's go to 566.
566, yes.
Yeah, but we didn't do,
I don't think we voted on it.
I know we missed
Which
one
is
about the
this?
tow truck.
right, 565 wasn't done.
I don't have the tow truck on here yet.
What's that?
Yeah, I did.
The website is up there.
And that's the one I just pulled.
That's the one I got.
Yeah, see, 565 is awards bids for tow truck.
This is
Yeah,
up
that's
there.
the
You
next
guys
one
can
that
just
should
read
be
off that.
So
read it off of this.
if you have copies of the agenda.
We'll make it larger.
On the table, you should.
Yeah,
match
we can
that.
read off the
Oh.
screen. He's got it on the screen if you
Well,
want.
you should have the agenda outside on the table. You should have it in the order. But that-
We just have to remember the order that we're going in.
That's all. We'll move on.
Why don't you just read the number and the heading, Jim?
I was going to say, is there a couple of copies?
Jim, if you could just read the number and the heading, then we can all follow
Right.
and make a
We
motion.
can follow off of the
But
other
that's
sheet.
not,
It'll work.
Just
best.
read the number with each one you do.
Because I'm reading off of there now, which is.
No, we're gonna get you the agenda.
We should be on 565.
That's the.
Actually, did we vote on the one for the Recreation Department before we got into this?
No, we did not. I read it.
We didn't
but was
vote, you
not
read it,
seconded
but
yet.
we didn't vote on it.
That's correct.
do you have a solution?
And that's because.
No.
I don't have that one.
Supervisor,
Yes.
I think Ms. McGraw has something that she'd like to say.
Supervisor, excuse me. I got here, I thought that you would be holding a hearing, and I just had a comment on one of the resolutions that you haven't.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. It's the 572, the Berman subdivision, the Hildreth Real Estate Warehouse. It's more a question than, well, it is a question. It's a 70,000 square foot warehouse with 21 loading bays and 2 outdoor storage areas of 65,000 square feet. And in the materials, there was no part, this is a neg deck. It's a resolution to give this project a neg deck. And part 1 wasn't provided in the materials on the secrets, only parts 2 and 3. And so I couldn't really tell a whole lot about this project, but it concerned me particularly in light of the additional exhibit, Resolution 598, which is the approval of the preliminary site plan for another warehouse just down the street from this one. And I was just wondering how the conclusion was reached that there was no significant impact, either alone or cumulatively, with respect to transportation in that area.
Are they the same address, Kathy?
One is at 1001 Scott Avenue, and the other one is at 901 to 923 Berman Boulevard. I think they're practically side by side.
They're not, they're in the same area.
So, but I don't think there's anybody here from planning who can explain why it got a neg deck. And I was wondering if you all had some thoughts about it.
We don't have the part one also.
Okay. Well, that is the extent of my comment, so I would like to have seen that and to get an explanation for why a neg deck. It may be appropriate, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a very sparse area over there. I'm very familiar with it. It's a little curve by island. It's really,
But they have to get out on the road. I don't even know what these warehouses are going to be doing. I know one is a one-story, 40-foot high with 30 truck spaces, and the other one is 3 buildings with a total of 21 loading bays. And those trucks have to go somewhere, and I didn't know, they're not just staying on Scott Boulevard in Berman. They have to get out onto the road, and so it just raised a question for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you. Now we're on this one.
Okay, we should be up to, if I have it right, we should be up to 565.
Well,
Yes.
Supervisor, if we could just start with, because some of the ones that were 563, 65 for you is not what was posted. So if we could probably start again at 563 and just run through the
Okay,
list that
go
was
ahead. Yep,
posted.
that's fine.
That's easier for me. And
Go
my
ahead.
apologies for that. That was totally in my office because we were trying to correct some things on the FIS and things got switched around. So we're going to start over.
Okay.
The final one did
That's
not make it to your
absolutely
packet.
fine, let's do that.
We voted on 563 and we voted on 564.
Just
Yeah,
so you
but
know, my
start over.
copy
But-
does not have any of those.
He wants to start over to
Right.
match the numbers up. I
Right,
think.
so the
Right.
numbers
We're
match
going to
up
start
as we
with
go forward.
563 again, because my 563 was not what you voted on.
Okay,
Well, just to be
Go
clear,
ahead.
mine doesn't have any 560 numbers on them at all.
We have to just.
Right, right.
You're saying yes. You'll have to read off the agenda.
So where are you?
Yeah.
All right, we'll start
Okay.
over.
All right, Resolution 563.
Ratifies authorization for designated alcohol service
No,
vendors
that's
to
not
serve alcohol at the 2024 Live on
not it.
25.
That's not it.
That's
That's
not
what
it.
says
Not
here,
it.
That's
563.
not 563.
That's what we originally had.
Sewer
have the-
District
the
Capital
new
Project.
sheet you just got, we were just
Sewer
given the
District
shot.
Capital.
It's right up there.
Right up top. There you go.
You might
new
like
list.
to
That's
find the
not it.
resolution to have it.
It's right there, I just handed you that.
That's what I have.
Ken, it's up on the screen.
I know that, but I'm just looking for the actual resolution.
I hear you.
According to the
It doesn't say.
Sewer District Capital Project 24002 Budget Adjustment and Closure. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Motion is adopted. Motion 564.
Rejects bids for residential solid waste collection and disposal service and authorizes the town clerk to publish and post notice to bidders for rebid for residential solid waste collection and disposal service. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 565.
Awards bid for a used tow truck. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 566.
Authorize town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider a local law to amend Chapter 301 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Zoning and Land Development, Section 253, thereof entitled Prohibited Signs. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes to the barbershop polls.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 567.
Resolution 567, I'm going to make a motion that we table it because it's not ready to go. This coincides with the public hearing that we just had. And we have to form a committee from the community and from the town for a preservation fund. So we're not ready to do that yet because we just found out today that we have to have certain people that work for the town but also live in the town, and we had people lined up for this, and we have to recruit a farmer from the community. So I'm going to make a motion to table this.
Second.
Okay.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All against? Okay.
Okay.
Make a motion to table Resolution 567.
All right, so carried. Resolution 568.
Schedules public hearing for the special permit application of 4592 Middle Country Road to construct a two-family dwelling, 4592 Middle Country Road, Calverton, New York, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-97-1-79.1. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 569.
Amends Resolution 2024-533. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 570.
Approves Affordable Cesspool Sewer and Drain Service, Inc. as a drain layer of the Riverhead Sewer District. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes, they're so good, we're approving them twice.
Right. Resolution so adopted. Resolution 571.
Guessing that's me.
Yes.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post public notice to amend Chapter 303 to extend Calverton industrial moratorium within the town of Riverhead. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 572.
Assumes lead agency and issues negative declaration pursuant to secret for the site plan application entitled Hildreth Real Estate Estates Advisors, Calverton, 1001 Scott Avenue, Calverton, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-135.10-1-1. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 573.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post public notice of the public hearing for the site plan application entitled Hildreth Real Estate Advisors, Calverton, 1001 Scotts Avenue, Calverton, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-135.10-1-1. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 574.
Reappoints members of Recreation Advisory Committee. I'm going to slaughter this.
Petrogenani.
You can do it. Is that?
Petrogenani.
Sorry. And Gabrielson. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 575.
Appoints a maintenance mechanic 2. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 576.
Appoints a seasonal recreation leader to the Recreation Department. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 577.
Appoints new seasonal beach employees to the Recreation Department. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 578.
Appoints a Justice Court Clerk, Spanish speaking. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 579.
Amends terms and conditions of employment of a deputy town attorney. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 580.
I'm just going to say, Craig Zidek, best of luck in your retirement and all the service you provided for this town. So he accepts the retirement of a chief fire marshal. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes, best of luck to you, Craig.
Merrifield?
Yes, congratulations on your retirement.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes, Greg, congratulations. Thank you very much for your service. Yes.
And Hubbard?
Yeah, Craig, thanks for your service. You've been a member of the fire marshal staff for quite some time, done a lot of work for us in the town. We appreciate it, and nothing but the best to you in your retirement.
Resolution is approved. Resolution 581.
Ratifies and accepts the resignation of a traffic control specialist. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Your best wishes again to Remy. He's always done an awesome job, so many years of service. I vote yes. Thank you.
And Hubbard?
Yeah, Remy, thank you for your time and service to the town. Much appreciated, and best of luck to you in the future.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 582.
Ratifies authorization to amend terms and conditions of employment for William Rothar. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 583.
Ratifies appointment of financial administrator and authorizes the supervisor to enter into an agreement with Jeanette DiPola. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
I know we are in very good hands in the future. Thank you. I vote yes.
And Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 584.
Ratifies the appointment of a senior citizen aide. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 585.
Ratifies the appointment of a seasonal recreation aide to the Recreation Department. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 586.
Ratifies authorization to designate alcohol service vendor to serve alcohol at the Reflections Art in the Park experience in the Milton L. Burns Park, Grangeville Park, Peconic Avenue, Riverhead, New York. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 587.
Ratifies authorization for designated alcohol service vendors to serve alcohol at the 2024 Live on 25 Street Festival. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 588.
Ratifies authorization for the supervisor to execute an MOA with CSEA Local 1000, AFSCME, AFL-CIO, Riverhead Unit of the Suffolk, Local 852. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 589.
Ratifies award of bid for street light and traffic signal repair parts. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 590.
Authorizes the removal of fixed assets. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
And Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 591.
Authorizes the execution of a contract between the Town of Riverhead and the New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation for a grant award for up to $500,000 for the Riverfront Adaptive Children's Playground. So moved. Can I get a
Second.
second?
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
I'm going to abstain on this one.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Resolution so adopted. Resolution 592.
Authorizes the town attorney to execute an agreement with Municipal Valuation Services, Inc. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 593.
Approves fireworks application for Riverhead Raceway, June 29th, 2024. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 594.
Approves fireworks application for Riverhead Raceway, August 10th, 2024. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 595.
Approve special event, Chapter 255, application for Iglesia Familia de Dios. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 596.
Approve special event Chapter 255 application for Riverhead Foundation for Marine Research Run for the Ridley 5K. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
All right, Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
and Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 597.
Approves special event Chapter 255 application for Water Drinker Farm, Garlic Fest. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes. No vampires allowed.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 598.
Grants preliminary approval for the 901-923 Berman Boulevard Commercial Warehouse Site Plan Application 901-923 Berman Boulevard, Calverton, New York, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-135.1-1-3. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 599.
Town Hall LED lighting conversion project. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 600.
Pay bills. So moved.
Seconded.
Woski,
Vote, please. Sorry.
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. That concludes our resolutions for this evening.
Excuse me,
Those are all
Mr.
the
Supervisor.
resolutions.
Excuse me, Mr. Supervisor.
Yep.
Resolution 571 needs to be recalled to be amended. That's the resolution authorizing publish and post for the moratorium extension. So the public notice needs to be amended to schedule the public hearing for July 2nd at 2:05 PM.
So I'll make a motion to amend it to the correct dates and times.
Okay,
Second.
and then, yes, and then in the body of the resolution, the publication date needs to be amended to the June 27th edition of the News Review.
Make a motion to amend.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes as amended.
Kern,
Yes as amended.
Rothwell,
Yes as amended.
Hubbard.
Yes is amended.
Resolution carried with its amendment.
Okay, that concludes all our resolutions. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to the CDA meeting before I open it up for comments on anything. We will move on to the CDA meeting, and Dawn?
Good
Open
evening. We
the
have a
meeting.
very light agenda this evening. There are no resolutions, so we would have open comment on CDA matters only.
Okay. Open matters on CDA matters only. Open matters on CDA matters only.
John McAuliff, of Roanoke Landing in Riverhead. I have two questions about where we are on EPCAL. One is whether Mr. Howard can give us any updating on the legal situation. I know there was a postponement, but I don't know what the implication of that is and what you're now expecting when you now, I guess my question specifically is when you now expect this to go to court and be debated.
Well, it's already in court. Our attorneys have filed a motion to dismiss the underlying lawsuit. The attorneys for CAT filed in opposition to that motion. We now have an opportunity to reply to their motion. They were working on a briefing schedule with counsel. Whatever, I don't remember the exact date, but whatever's reflected in the New York State court system would be the current return date. If our attorneys need more time for our reply, then they will ask for that.
So it's basically papers going back and forth. Is
Yeah,
there
it's
at
just-
some point?
Yes, it's just to fully brief the motion. Once it's fully briefed, the court will mark it submitted, and they'll either render a determination on it or schedule it for oral argument.
Okay, and you'll let us know when it goes to oral argument if people would like to be there.
Sure.
Okay, wonderful. Second question going to the supervisor, and that is sort of where your thinking is about the process of thinking about how EPCAL ought to be used, the idea of a special commission to evaluate goals.
Same answer to you the last 12 times you've asked me that, John, and that is when the timing is right, we will put together that commission or task force.
So no,
Timing is not
no
right
time
right now.
frame. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Do we have any other comments on CDA matters? Do we have any comments online? None online for CDA matters, okay? Make a motion, we close the CDA meeting and return back to the town board meeting.
Okay.
Seconded.
Woski. Yes. Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes,
Okay, the meeting is closed, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
okay. We're now going to open it up to comments on any matter regarding the town.
Hello again, Kathy McGraw from Northville. I have three quick comments. I think it's worth noting that in today's correspondence, there are 49 items, and in 23 of them, the authors expressed opposition to agritourism resorts. My question to you is whether you plan to listen to this significant and growing sentiment telling you that the residents of Riverhead don't want these resorts. On this issue, I was extremely troubled and upset by the fact that at a work session on June 6th, you discussed the proposed zoning legislation that will allow the resorts. Could you not at least have waited to do so until after the comment period on the comp plan had closed on June 10th? By having that premature discussion, the message was sent loud and clear that you don't really care what the residents of this town have to say on this matter. It looks like we're going to have resorts on the historic Sound Avenue corridor regardless of what the people of the town think. I, along with almost half the commenters on the comp plan, ask you to strike these resorts from the plan. It's what the residents of the town want. Second point, goal 1.4 of the comp plan on housing states, and I quote, encourage other East End communities to provide their fair share of affordable workforce housing. It goes on to recommend that Riverhead work with other towns, and citing Southampton specifically. I'm sure you all are aware that about a week or so ago, Southampton voted against Liberty Gardens, a housing development of 50 units for not only workforce housing, but also for veterans. My question to you all is, did Riverhead contact Southampton to encourage allowing this project, to have a dialogue with them, And if you did, whether you could tell us what happened.
We've had a dialogue with them regarding the situation in Riverside, and we tied that into, I specifically said to them, and I asked them, what are you doing to address affordable housing? Because we house all your workers that travel through your town to get out east. So what are you doing to address it, to make housing for the workers to live in your community? And they said, well, we're working on low-income housing in the Southampton area. And I said, that's great, it's long overdue. How many? And they said it was something like 30. And I was like, wow, that's real big of you. 30 units for all the people that commute and go over there and get caught in the traffic. You're going to put 30 places up. And they said, yeah, that's what we're looking at. So those were the conversations. We made it known to them that they need to do more on their part. My opinion is they're dropping the ball big time over there when it comes to affordable housing. They have none to speak of, and the perfect example is what they just tried to do in Sagaponack with the proposed development over there.
I'd really encourage some kind of dialogue with them, other than just being mad that they're not doing
We've had the
Okay.
conversation.
Okay, I'm
This
sure.
is what they're telling us. That is
Okay.
the conversation.
I don't doubt what you're telling me,
Right.
Supervisor. Thank you. My final point is I wanted to say thanks to a diligent planning department employee who saw an ad for a brand-new racetrack at Scotts Point on the Scotts Point Facebook page. It has finally come to light that Scotts Point built this racetrack along with pickleball courts and several other things that it had no right whatsoever to build. It's hard to believe that these blatant violations went unnoticed when we know these Scotts Point developers have a track record. No pun intended, a track record. And pardon my language, they have a track record for doing whatever they damn well please. I guess the word is out, and I think of the cider house, that in Riverhead it's easier to seek forgiveness than permission. And could they have been more brazen about it than touting this racetrack with a video on their Facebook page showing how cool this racetrack is? These Scotts Point folks have thumbed their nose at this town's rules, regulations, and building requirements. I know stop orders have been issued along with citations, but until this town says no, and says it with some teeth, developers will continue to do whatever they want. There can and should be no forgiveness in this case. Make this developer a repeat offender. Rip out everything built without approval. Fines just aren't sufficient or adequate. And once you've done that, I'd ask that you think about going to our IDA and asking them to cut off the Scotts Point tax abatements and clawing back all the benefits they have enjoyed to date. Enough is enough with these people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kathy, I don't disagree with what you just said. And I made a comment a couple weeks back regarding the portables that were put on the charter school property without permission. And I stated then, I'm not going to stand for this anymore. And this just bolsters the fact this was brazen and they need to be taken. If we have to take them to court, we take them to court. We got to do what we got to do. This won't be stood for anymore in the town while I'm here. I can't stand that. Absolutely can't stand that. Thank you.
And honestly, I would like to say, as for the cider house, since I put in the covenants on the property, reiterated no weddings, all the things that they're not allowed to do, they paid the fines that they were asked to pay, and they have not had any violations. So what was done in that matter worked. Just so you know, I know that likes to keep coming up every now and then, and it's kind of like, come on. You know, it wasn't as bad as everybody thought that it was going to be, and he has been on the right side where he should be.
We need to reevaluate our fines for this because some of these businesses just write it off as the cost of doing business.
Right.
And it's like, okay, you know what, it's easier to do it that way. Well, that's got to stop. We've got to make it hurt them in the pocketbook. It's the only way I can think of doing it, besides of getting them into court. But we get them into court, and it costs the town money to go to court, and nobody wins out of this besides the attorneys. So we've got to upgrade our fines, and we've got to make it really hurt if there's people are going to violate what goes on in this town.
So I won't repeat everything that you just talked about, because that was one of the points that I wanted to bring up. And I think, Kathy is completely right that they tear it up. And, that's the place to start with them.
Yep.
So I have a couple of different things that I just wanted to bring up from some of the things I've been seeing. One of them is I went over to the ice skating rink, and I know that there is a Riverhead discount over there, but in order to avail yourself of the Riverhead discount, you have to come to Riverhead Town Hall and get a pass for you to use the discount over there. And I'm just wondering why that is, or if there's another way to do that, because if you want to, decide on a Friday night that you're going there and the town isn't open, you can't avail yourselves of that discount. So I was just wondering if there's a way to kind of adjust that for families.
It's through the Recreation Department, and it's for the whole year. So you just do it once a year. You stop in when you're getting your parking pass and everything else, and you register, and you're good for the year. It's not like you have to come here first each time you go. You're set for the year.
But I'm just kind of curious, why can't you just show your, ID of where you live over there?
It's no different than parking at the beaches.
Yeah.
You come
Yeah.
here, you get a permit, and you're good for the year. That's the way it is.
Okay.
That way, we can control and verify that the people going there aren't using maybe a fake ID to get in and get a Riverhead discount. We're verifying it here in Riverhead.
And there's no way
They
they can
tried
verify
other-
it there and buy it there?
Well,
They
it's-
tried other methods prior, but they went by school ID, but then they realized that a number of people live in the town of Southampton that have Riverhead school ID, and that just wasn't working, to be fair to the taxpayers of Riverhead. So they tried different methods. This
Just
seems
not
to be
working
the
out.
most simplest way to do it, is for each family to check in with the Recreation Department and get yourself set up for the year.
Okay.
Can they do
All right.
that online for that?
I don't know. I have to ask Ray Coyne.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. That would be good to do.
Yeah.
Online would work.
And then just my other couple questions, just congratulations to Craig on his retirement. He's done a fantastic job for the town. My other comments have to do with, I watched the May 30th meeting for the town square, and I just have a few questions about that or comments about that. I understand the need to activate the area and to make it a welcoming area in our community and to help activate downtown. But a couple of points that I just wanted to bring up about just the town square itself. I know that Mr. Petroselli was put as the master developer, but as I've heard with many other things that are going on, especially things over at EPCAL, that in order to have a master developer, you have to have the qualified and eligible hearing first. He was appointed as the master developer back in April of 2022. And we still have not had a qualified and eligible hearing on that. Am I correct, or was there one and I missed it?
Dawn?
There was a public hearing.
For qualified and eligible?
Yes. I'd really have to look it up. I'm sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head till a couple of years back, so. And there will be additional hearings. There'll be a contract of sale coming up shortly that will be publicly available in the town board, in the clerk's office, and all of that will be re-vetted, and the public will get to comment again. We are having 2 public engagement sessions. I'll just point that out now. One July 10th and one the following week, and I believe that's July
10th, maybe?
Yeah, and then one July 17th. July 10th will be the public engagement session for the adaptive playground, and July 17th will be the public discussion, second, or it'll actually be a second round on the amphitheater.
What times are those?
I'll double check. I think they're both at 6. We have 2 sessions, 6 and 7, so there'll be public announcements. I know Justin is working with our consultants on graphics to put online.
Okay. Thank you, Dawn.
None of you guys remember having the qualified and eligible?
I do.
I definitely remember that. We
It's
had
a
one with
long ways
RXR. We also had one with Joe Petroselli.
I know you had a meeting with him. I don't remember it after the.
Yeah, I don't recall.
So
I mean,
I'll go back and
It was
look.
2 years ago. You have
Yeah. Yep, I will go back and look. So my other comment on the amphitheater is I did watch the meeting, and is it my understanding that in order to engage the amphitheater, the town will have to engage maybe 4 to 5 new full-time employees? Is what the consultants were saying, is that correct?
I'm going to defer to Dawn again. She's the resident expert.
I think you might be referring to the market study that was done in connection with the amphitheater study. So the market evaluation determines the appropriate size based on market conditions and what it might take to run it, and it is suggesting a number of employees. Whether the town actually runs that itself or it's run by another entity is still undetermined. It's just information gathering to right size and to give us all the information we need to find the right purveyor for that venue.
Thank you.
Just it seems like a lot of full-time employees for the bandshell of what they're recommending.
Well,
The other thing,
excuse me, it doesn't mean that we are hiring those, as
no, I
she
know,
just
but
pointed out.
you did pay a consultant for a market study to see what would make the bandshell successful, and that was their recommend to make successful. So you don't end up with just a bandshell as sort of a white elephant there.
Well, they
you
also
would need to have some sort of programming, and they're recommending that for the program. I'm repeating what they say. I don't know what you'll choose to do what you.
Right, we don't necessarily want to follow all of their recommendations, including the design of that bandshell. We're not happy with, so that doesn't mean we're going to follow everything they're suggesting.
Right. Well, that was one of my other comments on the design of the bandshell. I know you guys said that you thought it looked a little bit modern, but I think one of the whole points was to open the area back there to the water. So if you have a bandshell that is blocking the water by having it not see-through as they designed it, I think that you kind of lose that view of the water there. That's just my opinion.
There's acoustics involved with that too, in
Yeah.
the design of it. So whether it would be open or not, too, that all has to be addressed.
Right. Well,
Plenty of view of the water at Jones Beach.
What was that?
There's plenty of view of the water at Jones Beach.
Well, this is my other comment. It's I understand that the area needs to be activated, and I agree with that totally. I think, I just would like you guys to consider having an amphitheater in one of the most crowded, most densely populated areas in all of the town of Riverhead with amplified music, may be a challenge, and is it something that's going to really benefit the town? We know every time somebody has a wedding and there's some amplified music in it, you guys have gotten the calls all of the time that the music is very loud, it's echoing all around. So I urge you to consider, the amphitheater as the activation area with all of those apartments there. Is there something else that would be more ideal? And it's costly. It's what, $3-4 million to do this without moving the buildings on the East End Arts there. The other thing I asked you to consider is, they were talking about 16 weeks of activation for this venue. We have the Suffolk, which is a successful venue in the town of Riverhead, and I know you guys just took over the Vale Levitt and are looking to activate that as well. Is this going to be synergistic with it, or is it actually going to be in competition with those venues for audience? I mean, there's only so many people that are going to go to these things on a Saturday night or a Friday night, and are you taking business away from some of our successful businesses and competing with them as opposed to enhancing them by bringing people
I'll just
in?
say, ma'am, I just want to say that I understand not in addition to live acts, there are also going to be public events that can be held there. It can be used for community projects. It can be used for other art projects, such as poetry readings, such as theater productions. So it's not necessarily a music venue only.
But you also don't need that big a bandshell.
I'm just saying, you
for
mentioned
those
a moment
type
ago
of
about
items.
being in competition with those other venues, and we don't see it that way. We think there are other opportunities for the amphitheater besides just music. I'm just pointing that
I
out.
understand that, and I love the arts. I would love to see some plays there. I would love to see other things as well. I'm just pointing out what the consultants were saying, what they were presenting through with tribute bands and things like that. That those would be, you're not going to, if you're going to say, okay, we won't have any of that stuff there. That's a different thing. So.
Laura, from day one, the conversations we've had with the Suffolk Theater and then with the people that we're talking to with the Vail Levitt, none of this is designed to take, or will be designed or programmed to take away one from another.
Right.
Each one has its own venue and their specialty of their venues, and we discussed this early on in the plan to make sure that wasn't going to happen. Bob was very instrumental in bringing this up and discussing, having conversations with the theater and with the people from the Vail Levitt that, you know, we didn't want to duplicate services, and we don't want to do one thing here and hurt the other one over there. So I think the program is going to be key to it, and we are aware of that.
Okay, all right. I think that's all I had on that. Oh, the one other question I have about the town square is, I know that you have brought up about the eminent domain for the science center there, and that's sort of, you know, not the picture that has been presented to the public at all about the science center there in all of the grant applications and everything else. You know, you've kind of hailed the science center as a jewel of the town square. And it looks like that's not the direction you're heading in at this point, but there's been no conversation with the public as to why there is a pivot on that. And I'm just wondering if there's anything that you guys want to share with the public about that, or what, you know, because that's going to be a big expense to the town as well.
It'll all show itself up in due time.
Okay.
I mean, my advice at this point would be not to get too deep into the weeds on the reasoning of it.
I can imagine what the reasoning is on it, but, you know, I think, you know, this is public money, this is public space. I think there should be some conversation as to what is, if it's going to be green space, and if it's going to be green space, why are we then selling the green space we have for a hotel and buying something else to be green space? And it's going to be shops, because there's no going to be any shops in the hotel, and those are going to be the shops that activate the town square. I think the public should be made aware of these things as these decisions are going forward and you're negotiating.
They will, because they will be notified before final decisions are made, absolutely. They have to be.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
You owe me 5 minutes, Laura.
All right, I'll get it back to you.
Hi,
Hi.
Dr. Turchin, Greater Calverton Civic Association President. So just three brief things. First of all, thank you again for noticing Scott's Point and doing something about it. And it did show up in the Riverhead Local, and that's where I learned about it. I learned that our code enforcement officer detected it. I believe I have that right. You know, I like go-karts. I like having fun. You know, I just don't like the way this guy's going about it. And I know, Joanne, you brought up about Mr. King, and, you know, when you compare the two actors and the multiple offenses that Mr. King created for himself, he's an altar boy compared to the Scotts Point owner. I'd also like to thank you for being very strong, Supervisor Hubbard, on fines that need to be looked at for the future. Certainly we can't, you know, turn around and clobber this guy now with those fines, but we should do everything we can to the utmost that we can. You know, all this stuff can be done well. Obviously, he's able to do it. I know he's been in there for what? He's been at this for 20 years or so, I think it was the number, and really invested himself in it. You know, why can't you play by the rules if you're able to stay in it that long, or willing to stay in it that long? And it made me think of you, Mr. Kern, that, you know, when you were looking at different fines for different things in town, especially with litter, you were, you know, very proactive on it and updating the fines. And I hope that you also participate in this one, updating it as well.
Yeah, we're looking at a whole host of fines across the board.
Gee, excitement.
I mean, if I could just...
I hate to sound like that, but it is true. You got to be careful.
No, I mean, a lot of them haven't been adjusted for 20 years, so.
Right.
Yeah, so if I could just jump in just quickly. Part of the problem that we have with fines as they relate to zoning violations, the amount that we're allowed to have as a fine for a zoning violation is under state executive law, and that's limited to 1,000. That's why all of the violations that could be written under Chapter 301 top out at $1,000. So we can, you know, with respect to the other chapters, namely Chapter 217, which is the building code, you know, that can be re-examined. but I have addressed that issue with the town board before, and so we would just have to be a little bit creative in how we go about that.
And the more that you share it with us, the better we can support you in it. So I have a lot to learn in that area. And my last piece is also a thank you for giving the information for the public hearing. I looked at that last night and I'm staring at it and I'm going, they're going to have what tomorrow night? So I was very confused and I wanted to get the information out correctly, and I called Matt Charters and he wasn't sure, but I was glad to see that someone took care of it today. Thanks, Devin. Thank you.
And just a bit of a public notice on, we had originally scheduled our work session agenda for Thursday to discuss amongst the board the comp plan, and we got more information in today back from BFJ, so we want more time to digest it. We're going to make that the following Thursday, so not this Thursday, but it's going to be the following Thursday at our work session that we're going to discuss the comp plan and the DGEIS.
Sorry, I just have a quick question on that. Is that the final product from them on their compilation, or is that the first run-through?
That's our first run-through of the final draft, yes. There still can be changes made to it, if that's what you're asking. There still can be changes made to it.
So my question is, on the workload part for BFJ, have they let you know that they've been able to sift through all the comments, or do they need more time?
That's what we just got today. That's why we want more time.
Part of it, okay.
They filtered the comments into the final draft plan. And they did a great job with it, the way they set it up and the way you can read it. But we just felt between now and with Town Hall being closed tomorrow and then Thursday morning being a work session, we all wanted a little bit more time to really thoroughly go through it, so.
I think most specifically, people have been asking me and talking to me about the definition. I know you guys tried to address it at the DGEIS public hearing, the definition of what is significant. Really want to hear what BFJ comes down on. They need to be much more black and white on that and show you and show us. That's what we'll be looking for. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Takwi.
I just want to say, on top of that, how great it was to have all of these letters come in, so that for myself, I was able to sit down and read everything that was presented to us and highlight the important things that I wanted to look back at. I know Laura was really good with actually giving the page numbers and, you know, where you could find all of the things that she was pointing out. So I think it's so much more effective that if you really have something structured that you want to tell us, to send it in writing is so good, because some of it just gets muted out, you know, during the speaking process. But this is so valuable, what I have in my hands right now, that came from the residents of the town. So thank you to everybody that took the time and sent these to us.
Right. We were trying to write down up here, we said this at the meeting, we were trying to write down as you're speaking, and it's just too hard to do. And then we asked you, if you're reading something off, just submit it to us, and then we have it, and it's part of the record. And I have to say, Kathy McGraw even complained about that and wanted us to pay the stenographer to go back and print everything out that was said instead of having people submit their stuff in. And to me, thank you, everybody. I'll ditto what Joanne said. Thank you, everybody, for turning your paperwork in. It makes life a lot easier and a lot less expensive than paying a stenographer to transcribe everything. So
I have a file drawer full.
Right, right, absolutely. Do we have any more open comments from anybody? I think I know this guy.
Closer.
Seen him
The
before.
closer.
Don't want to disappoint you.
Absolutely.
John McAuliff, Rolling Woods in Riverhead. I also want, in terms of process, express appreciation. I don't know if it's Mr. Wooten or it preceded him, but the putting on the agenda the actual texts of the letters is really invaluable to know what's going on and how people are feeling about it. And as Takwi said, I think while many could be consolidated, I hope there are, and we'll see what is integrated, but I hope there is, if things aren't integrated in, if there's a specific response as to why they're not integrated in, that would be very helpful. Two points I wanted to make otherwise. One is, there seemed to me a contradiction, at least in spirit, if not in law, in what you just did. That is, you extended the moratorium with one hand, and with the other hand, you added
No, we
didn't
scheduled
extend
a
it.
public
We
hearing.
voted
We
to
haven't
go to
extended
public
it yet.
Thank you for
Yes.
the correction. All right, so you've moved forward extending the
Right.
moratorium. I appreciate that. But at the same, you have is the current moratorium still in effect, or are we in a gray period?
Current moratorium is still in effect, I believe, until July
July
12th.
12? Yeah.
Okay, well then I find this may be some weirdness of zoning, but you approved two resolutions that totaled 152,695 square foot of indoor warehousing and 65,000 of outdoor warehousing. And again, it may be a technicality of zoning, but I think that it's a little hard to give credence to a moratorium and then have these, I mean, I understand, I'm not going to bring up HK and Niswaski, but, that was sort of slipped in procedurally, but these
HK
two
is
things.
affected by the moratorium. The two we just approved are inside the fence at EPCAL.
So nothing inside EPCAL is affected by the moratorium.
They're not very big buildings either, John.
The
Neither one of
moratorium
them
does
are
not
large
affect-
buildings.
Well, it's totaling 153,000 square feet, which,
Between the two of them,
Yeah.
if you drive by Island, that's 3 times the size of one of those, or go by Riley. They're small in comparison to what's there. You take a ride over there.
I have
See for
been, and
yourself,
Ireland
it's
is very
massive.
impressive. Okay, well, again, it's gradations, and one thing leads to another, and any rate, I guess it's a little surprising that things within the fence are not affected by the moratorium. So maybe that could be brought up during the hearing to
Well, the
include.
public kept
They
saying
never
that
were.
they wanted everything inside the
Right.
fence.
Right,
So there
that's
was
what
no
the
reason
public-
to restrict.
Well, if there's a moratorium, there's a moratorium.
Not
and I
on
think
that.
Not on
So-
that property.
Yeah,
It
so,
never
so the
was.
moratorium is relative to industrial zoning districts A, B, and C in Calverton Hamlet, right? The core of EPCAL is PRP.
Yeah, but I understand that. I say there are technical reasons, but on the other hand, that which is going inside the fence is going to have an impact on Calverton,
Which-
just as much
but-
as things
but the-
outside the fence.
The build-out of that was already subject to its own study, which included a secret analysis and.
But if there is a
DGEIS.
moratorium to pause, then, at any rate, we'll talk about it when you get to the moratorium
There's been
hearing.
a great pause. I mean, you really have to see the significance of what the moratorium has done up until this point. There has been a solid pause, just not inside the fence. It wasn't
Okay,
part
I
of the
agree, I'm
moratorium.
very appreciative of that. It's just, it's why not inside the fence? But we can talk about it at the hearing. The second question I had has to do with, as was pointed out, the large number of letters that objected to the ag resorts. And I think we're almost approaching the 1-year anniversary of Alec Lewis's first story, which appeared on July 26th. And I want to read one small section from that to remind us of who it is we're dealing with and what their agenda is, regardless of what you say your agenda is. The North Fork Resort would be a luxury resort and spa on a 105-acre site on the North Fork Wine Trail. The land offers the potential to build a truly unique campus beach resort experience. The property has a private beach with over 600 linear feet of coastline and a 70-acre organic farm that will allow for the offering of an organic farm-to-table experience. AWRE is looking to build a 5-star resort taking advantage of the property's natural beauty, proximity to New York City, the Hamptons, and the North Fork Wine Trail. The property is located less than 90 miles from New York City and 13 miles from West Hampton Beach. So again, intentions seem to be going in a number of different directions. And so my question now is what you're timing is when you're going to have a public hearing about this rezoning. I know there's a lot of people in Rolling Woods and in the areas along Sound Avenue that want to express their opinion, and the question is, when should they plan on doing that?
When the public hearing is scheduled.
But do you have a plan as to when you're going to schedule it? Okay,
Not right yet. It's still a work in progress.
okay, all right. Well, then, we will look forward to when it's open for discussion. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Here's your 4 minutes.
And I just want to point out, I know you mentioned there were like 23 letters on agri-tourism, but I do have to say this because it's true. There's 23 letters on it, and there's 35,000 residents in the town of Riverhead. And I'm not saying that to say that I'm not listening to what's being written in, but there are people that do favor this, that just don't care enough about it to come up to the microphone or write a letter. So I don't want the 23 people to think that wrote letters think that everybody in town feels that way, because they don't, and it's not fair. It's just something that, the vocal people are against it. The people that either don't care or want it, don't want it enough to come up to the microphone.
And Supervisor, to follow up on what you're saying, even Rob Carpenter, in his letters as the president of the Long Island Farm Bureau, states they want agritourism.
Right.
So there are a number of people
Particular
that do.
kind of project. I mean, there is a certain echo in the responses to the criticism of the EPCAL development. Yes, you're right, but I think the fact that people care enough about it, I mean, it's like the people around Sound Avenue obviously have a different motivation, just as the people in Calverton had a different motivation about EPCAL. And
Understood.
it's a
And just
little
like
bit
the people in Willow
dismissive.
Ponds that are against it, there was motivation back in the time when Willow Ponds was being built, and
Right.
yet now they're happy because they're living in Willow
No,
Ponds, but
there's
they're
always
saying,
the
we don't want
full-
anything else.
Well, we've noticed in immigration, there's a certain tendency towards pulling the ladder up after you've made it over the wall. That is human nature, and I agree that
It's
there
true.
is
It's fact.
a contradiction in there, but
There'll be much more conversation on this topic
Okay.
in the future.
All
I
right.
promise you.
And John, I'm just going to let you know, I mean, I've seen proposed developments along Sound Avenue, and I know another piece of 60 acres with development rights just sold. And, we're looking not for houses to fill up the schools. We're looking for ways to preserve land, right? Sell TDRs and keep the vista that everybody keeps loving, that the farm is created, 100 years ago and further back.
I'm not gonna even ask why the 500-foot line was shifted to 250-foot. That's for the discussion of the hearing.
It's still in process, John.
Okay, but that's what we're seeing publicly.
It'll probably be a farm stand.
And I don't think there's any point to have a detailed discussion between
No.
me and you,
Sit down.
because there's a lot of other people who have concern about it. and we-
Absolutely.
We just have to provide the form.
I
for
would love
them.
to see somebody come up here and offer a way that they would be able to do some farm preservation on Sound Avenue. What are the ideas? Everything is no, no, no. We don't want change. We don't want this. We don't want that. Change is coming in some
Well,
form.
that's
So
certainly
put your
true.
heads together and figure out something else.
Yeah,
Let's
you
see
look
if
to
you
the
can come
west
up
of
with
us.
something better.
You look to the west of us, you see how change is coming. You look around Greenport, along the shore there, you see another kind of change. They don't have the land depth there, but the concern that people have, but again, the substance of this discussion is,
If we don't
why you
do-
can't
if we
just
do
say the
nothing,
land is
we're going
only
to
for
end up with houses.
agriculture. I don't know why it can't be zoned only for agriculture. If that's the goal, why that isn't a
Because the
legal
property
possibility.
owner has a right to do what they want with the land. If
I'm
the
gonna zone
zoning is
your
there-
house, John, that you can only grow tomatoes in it and take the house down.
Well, I think
Can't
that's,
do that.
that's a,
You can't, people have property rights. You can't do that.
so we just let it march east.
John,
It's not a matter
to
of
the
right.
councilwoman's point,
People have rights.
we welcome your solutions to the problem. So, that would be a great thing. Anybody that wants to, write in solutions and their ideas on how to preserve the north side of Sound Avenue, write them in.
Because if we
Careful
don't,
what you wish
it's
for, that's
houses.
all I'm
It's
saying.
it's all
Careful what you
residential
wish for.
subdivisions that would be zoned up there.
The
right
whole
now.
thing.
RA 40 and RA.
That's another argument about there's residential subdivisions and residential subdivisions.
It's all
It's not an
zoned
argument,
There's-
it's zoned that way.
residential.
Yeah.
That's how
Well,
it's
that,
zoned.
that's the question of what the premise is of the zoning.
Come up with
That's-
some solutions, we love it. Great.
Do we have anybody online? We have 2 people online. Okay, let's go. Hi, Kelly, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, Kelly McClinchy from Manorville.
Okay.
I wanted to begin by saying job well done to the planning staff member who saw and reported the unpermitted go-kart use at Scotts Point. I don't know who that person is, but their ability to see something and know it's wrong and do the right thing really is commendable. Just a little bit on that topic further. If you've seen the aerial photo, the paved track that they put in there is right on the edge of the lake, and it raises concerns of contamination from runoff, and it poses the questions of where and how the fuel for the go-karts has been stored. I don't know if that was investigated by code enforcement, but the lake, as we know, is fed by the aquifer, and along with the enjoyment and the privilege of operating such a business comes the responsibility to really be a good steward of the environment and just to be a decent neighbor in the face of such a precious resource as our water. Supervisor Hubbard, I thank you for your comments earlier. I was listening, I heard what you said, and it's my hope that every member of the town board will agree to have a zero tolerance policy when dealing with any issues related to contamination. Because we know it is an issue right now at EPCAL. Speaking of groundwater and Scotts Point, I understand a condition of the Scotts Point operations was to enter into a groundwater monitoring well agreement with the town. In February, I foiled for that agreement and I did not receive it. Since then, I have followed up a handful of times with the town clerk's office and the town attorney's office, and I never got a response. Can you shed some light on what the status is regarding that agreement?
I would have to defer to.
Yeah, so Kelly, I forwarded your email earlier this week to Deputy Town Attorney Danielle Hurley, who's overseeing the foils. And if she hasn't gotten back to you yet, she should get back to you shortly.
Okay. Do we know if just basically, is that agreement in place? Is it being utilized? Is Scotts Point doing what they were supposed to do on their end?
I didn't negotiate that agreement, so I'm not sure. I would defer to Ms. Hurley to produce whatever is in the file from the foil.
Okay, then I'll look forward to her answer. Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you, Kelly. One more online, Chip? One more?
You're on, Ron. Good afternoon, Ron Hurry of Aquabog. I want to thank the prior speakers, including the Civic Person of the Year, John McAuliff, and Kathy McGraw, to point out the overwhelming opposition to your cockamamie idea of massive resorts tearing up our sound front. We also know, based upon a wonderful expose by Denise Civiletti in Riverhead Local, that both Messrs. Hubbard and Rothwell received a couple of $1,000s from one of the developers. My question is, in the email trail that was provided in Riverhead Local, one of your other donors, Mr. Petrocelli, was copied regarding the drafting of the Agri-Tourism legislation. Do any of you, as you sit here, and perhaps council can advise, because your deputy counsel was the person sending the emails, Ms. Prudenti, why Mr. Petrocelli was copied on those emails regarding agri-tourism?
John, this is open,
that'd be a
Ron,
good
this is
question
open
for
comment
Emerald.
session, so what is your comment? This isn't question
I would like to know whether
inquisition
there-
time,
can
as
you-
we've told
can
you in
you-
the past. It's open
Can
comments,
you
and what's
provide
your
an
comment?
explanation? Yes, my comment is, this is a sensitive area, and I think that as board members and public officials, you have an obligation to avoid even the appearance of impropriety. And with all due respect to you, Councilman Hubbard and Councilman Rothwell, I sincerely doubt that you got thousands of dollars because of your witty repartee and good looks. So I want to know whether there's an explanation why this individual was copied on these sensitive emails regarding this agri-tourism cockamamie project.
So,
and I have another
Thank you
question
for
also.
your
but
comments,
I'd
Mr.
love to hear a
Herrera. Have a
response.
good night. Cut him.
But he did say I have good looks.
Well, you know what? It's open comment period. We go through this with him time and time and time again, and if he can't figure that, he's supposed to be an attorney. If he can't figure that, I'm sorry, but he's rude, disrespectful, and I said right from day one, I will not tolerate that in this boardroom, and if that's how you're going to present yourself, you will not be heard, or if you come in here, you will be escorted out.
And Supervisor, if I could, if Mr. Herrera contacts Deputy Town Attorney Prudenti, I'm sure she would be able to give him an explanation. The FOIL for that was, in response to that FOIL, was released months ago. So if he had that question, I'm sure he could have, he's had time since then to pose that to Ms. Prudenti.
Thank you.
We agree. Anybody else online? No? Anybody else from the audience? Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy summer. It's here. Thank you for coming out
What
tonight.
makes you say summer's here?
Summer is here.
so, had a motion to adjourn? That
Yeah.
I make a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Aye.
And Walensky seconded at 7:33.
All in favor?
Bob. I thought I heard Bob.
Opposed?
I'm